Accidental discoveries that changed the world. Some things weren't meant to be, but in the end, turned about to be something great. We'll tell you how these happy accidents were first discovered. Penicillin. Inventor, Alexander Fleming. Year, 1928. Halfway through an experiment with bacteria, Alexander Fleming up and went on vacation. Slob that he was, he left a dirty petri dish in the lab sink. When he got back, he found bacteria had grown all over the plate, except in an area where mold had formed. That discovery led to two things. 1. Penicillin, and 2. Mrs. Fleming hiring a maid. Anesthesia. Inventor, Horace Wells. Year, 1844. In its salad days, nitrous oxide was strictly a party toy, since it made people howl like hyenas. But a friend of the dentist took too much of the stuff at a laughing gas stage show and gashed his leg. The friend hadn't realized he'd hurt himself. Nitrous oxide became an early form of anesthesia. Saccharin. Inventors, Konstantin Fahlberg and Ira Remsen. Year, 1879. After spending the day studying coal tar derivatives, Fahlberg left his Johns Hopkins laboratory and went to dinner. Something he ate tasted particularly sweet, which he traced to a chemical compound he'd spilled on his hand. Best of all, it turned out to be calorie-free. He cut Remsen and the university out of millions of dollars when he secretly patented the breakthrough discovery, saccharin. The microwave. Inventor, Percy Spencer. Year, 1946. With the end of World War II, the Raytheon engineer was looking for other uses for the magnetron, which generated the microwaves for radar systems. While Spencer was standing next to the device one day, a chocolate bar in his pocket melted. The magnetron worked even better on popcorn. Orville Redenbacher became very rich. Chewing gum. Inventor, Thomas Adams. Year, 1870. He was experimenting with chicle, the sap from a South American tree, as a substitute for rubber. After mounting failures, the dejected inventor popped a piece into his mouth. He liked it. Adams' New York No. 1 became the first mass-produced chewing gum in the world. Silly putty. Inventor, James Wright. Year, 1943. During the war years, the General Electric engineer combined silicone oil and boric acid in an attempt to find a cheap alternative to rubber for tank treads, boots, etc. It didn't work. But the scientists had a blast bouncing and stretching his mistake when they weren't using it to transfer comics onto paper. Kids had a blast playing with the silly putty too. Botox. Inventors, Alistair and Jean Carruthers. Year, 1987. The couple were using small doses of a deadly toxin to treat crossed eyes, eyelid spasms and other eye muscle disorders when they noticed an interesting side effect. Wrinkles magically disappeared. The expressionless face became the "it" look thanks to Botox. Mauve. Inventor, William Perkin. Year, 1856. He was intent on discovering a cure for one of the deadliest diseases in the world, malaria. While trying to replicate the malaria fighter quinine in his laboratory, Perkin inadvertently discovered the color mauve instead. Perkin forgot about malaria and made a mint, establishing the synthetic dye industry. Thanks for watching.